Now, unless you're the kind of tourist that likes to survive off McDonald's and English breakfast while in Malta, you'll probably want to know where the real legendary foods are that you shouldn't miss out on while you're here. Malta is home to some sumptuous Mediterranean food, from the famous pastries that can be found everywhere to amazingly fresh seafood. Now, we've got a lot to get through in this video, so let's not waste any time and start the day with a lovely little latte and some golden pastries from a cafe in Gozo.
Time to enjoy delicious coffee.
Now, one of Malta's most popular foods are these crispy, crunchy pastry shells called pastizz. They usually come with a filling of cheese or a kind of mushy peas. This one had the cheese filling inside. Maybe this wasn't the best representation of a pastizz because I wasn't exactly blown away by the flavour of the cheese filling. The other pastry was filled with some kind of ground meat and some vegetables, very similar to a Cornish beef pasty if you've ever had one of those before. So after a trip on the ferry to cross over to the main island, it was time to catch some seafood on a quiet, unassuming street in the slightly chaotic city of St. Julian's. Now, from the moment I pulled up on the 4 fishes, or 40 fishes, whatever it's called, it was clear from the get-go that this lunch spot wasn't like the chippies in the UK.
Guys, we're about to try our first Maltese craft beer.
We're going to go with some calamari, some grilled octopus, and some good old British chips.
So this is what the place looks like from the outside. It's got some like cool murals and stuff. And right in the front there, you've got the case. You can see all the fresh seafood and everything there, which looks delicious. So it's quite surprising. It's not super busy so far. No one else really eating here. We're excited to see what it's like. Our first experience of a Maltese chippy.
Got the crispy anchovies here, and gonna give one a go. Little baby fish. They're actually so cute. So cute you don't want to eat them. Give it a taste. Just bite its tiny little head off. Okay guys, we've got the food arrived now, and we've got the fried calamari, and it's looking delicious. Mum's got the grilled octopus, and we're going to try and take some when she's not looking. And other than that, we're going to enjoy it, guys. I've got a set of legs here. Squeeze lemon all over them. I don't usually eat squid with tartar sauce, but I think the Britishness in me came out. I felt like we needed it. It doesn't actually need the tartar sauce, to be fair. I paid a reasonable €24 for the grilled octopus. Fried calamari was €14, and the crispy little anchovies, those crispy little suckers that we started with, they cost just €7. A little on the pricey side, but it will be nothing compared to where we're headed next. After waddling around the tranquil marina with a proud belly full of tentacles, I went to buy some cat food for the famished kitties that greeted me in the parking lot. But to my dismay, they'd given up on me, so I peeled the tops away and left it there for them to discover later.
Guys, it came back with cat food. I promised the kitties I would bring it, and I came back, and they're not even here. I was thinking that was going to happen. Where are you, kitty? We're going to just leave the little trays there for them. Hopefully they're going to find it and not die. But it seems like people here are feeding the kitties anyway, so good people at St. Julian's.
After even more exploring, night had just fallen, and as you know, on a food tour that means only one thing. It was time for dinner. Now, while I was doing some research for incredible places to eat in Malta, some people recommended a place called the Hilltop restaurant. Little did I know, there was more than one restaurant with that name, and excited that I thought I found this unmissable establishment, I took the bus up the hill from the apartment into the town of Malta to take a seat in a deserted restaurant. Were we just early, or was this place empty for a reason? So we order an entree of some Mediterranean stacks, some of which I have no idea what they were, but nonetheless, there were some interesting flavours to experience. Some food has finally arrived, and it's the starters platter, which is for sharing, which I don't plan on sharing. They took you through the board. We've got sun-dried tomatoes, we've got a tomato-y basil dip thing, we've got peppered goat cheese. This is some kind of unpronounceable vegetarian pate, some stuffed olives, some Maltese sausage, and some garlic breads, and water crackers. All in all, looks delicious. So now we're going to tuck in and we're going to see how it is.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Come on.
Well, I'm going to get this first spoonful on cam.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
A very expressive face.
You have a traditional sausage.
I think this is the whole sausage. Maybe it's a part of it. It's good, tasty.
Conferred with the waiter, we definitely ordered a small beer. Because we asked for the big beer and he brought us this one. And then we thought there must be a mistake. Because if this is the big one, then what's the small one like? And then we asked him and he said, oh, I thought you said small, this is the big. So now we have the big boy. By the time the main dishes arrived, I ordered, you guessed it, more octopus. I just can't keep my hands off the stuff. That slow motion zoom on the seafood, mate. Got that seafood, mate. Oh, alright guys, I've tried really hard, but I've still managed to leave a tiny little bit of octopus. I don't know what's going on with my appetite. There's a little bit of the pasta left, but most of it's been destroyed already. And there's a little bit of a grilled vegetable, and there's one loose potato there. But overall, I have to say it was really, really nice. It was pretty delicious. All in all, the people in the restaurant were lovely, albeit the food did seem a bit overpriced considering it was off season and there was literally no one else to be seen eating in there other than the family of the restaurant. The platter set us back €15. Meanwhile, the marinara linguine was a further €20 and the pan-fried octopus was an astronomical €32. Pondering on the experience, I'm pretty sure I got my Hilltop restaurants mixed up. And I probably would have been better off eating a horse casserole at Le Amigo's restaurant just down the street for a truly novel experience. I'm going to adopt one of those. Lobsters on the way out. Now, other places I'd recommend you give a try while you're in Malta. While you're in Malta and you feel like stuffing your face with some delicacies, is Rosa's restaurant. This one is located in the capital of Gozo called Victoria. Definitely worth checking out. Totally delicious. They served me a lovely rabbit ravioli, of which I've only got this photo of. Now, the other recommendation I'd have if you want some hot plates of food would be the Dia Il Niet restaurant. Definitely butchered that one, my apologies. Located in the town of Dingley. Now, I ate some kind of lasagna pasta hybrid thing there with a crusty pastry on it, which apparently grandma made, and it was called like a tampini or something. It was totally unique and 100% fulfilling, with an emphasis on the filling part. Well guys, that pretty much brings us to the end of the food tour. I hope you've enjoyed all the food in this episode as much as I did. I'd definitely eat it all over again. Probably wouldn't pay for a Hilltop restaurant again though. Let me know in the comments what your favourite thing to eat has been. I'm Baker Wild, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I'm clocking out. Ciao.